talk say Sierra Leone, Bank of Sierra Leone gets reserve. Number one, that reserve day, it not even there in the country. It there at different banks there all over the world. Citizens of Sierra Leone deserve the right to know how many people they weigh statistics Sierra Leone counts when are 18 years and above, where is eligible to vote in Sierra Leone. And so, talking about you as a person, as a leader in that ministry, plenty people them they maintain this idea about you for say you na person who very argumentative, you feisty, you arrogant, and most of all they say you dey vex too much. You know, per most of the platform they will say you don't appear, people they see you they talk with vengeance. But today feel like today now you most relaxing interview days. So what thing you go tell people the way we don't maintain that idea about you? Yeah, Mr. Cameron, plenty of people that when they talk around, you know, when Sierra Leoneans around the globe, they talk about how much money where the APC government don't spend per own political party buildings them within the north and western area. You know, that they talk about the budget number where they make for the convention where they get a McKinney, they say now be about 3.5 billion with a B, Leone. Okay, yes, my family, welcome to Sherix television. Of course, today na Christmas Day. Of course, the first day we, after a while, we don't decide for come to Una with this news, with this very coverage. Of course, we want to take this special moment for register with appreciation to you for where you decide for come hang out with we a little bit now, so and also for make you go watch we programs them. Of course, as we all know, today na Christmas Day. Of course, all over the world, today we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and of course, I just want for wish we all a Merry Christmas on behalf of Sherix Television, and of course for let we go able to go through the remaining days of 2022. So we'll go able for march into 2023 with victory. Of course, we all say the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. And so we get for march into 2023 with them. And so today we get for bring come to Una a program about the proportional representation system where Sierra Leoneans they get for use for the second time in Sierra Leonean presidential and parliamentary elections. Actually, in the parliamentary election, because the presidential get for be straight, you vote for the candidates then, but when it comes to the parliamentary, get for be by proportional representation. And so today we get for, we don't find out say plenty of people and they were confused about this proportional representation. And then the main opposition, All People's Congress, under the APC, then they take advantage of the ignorance of the people them, some of the people them, for me to even confuse them even more about this PR system. And so we now also on Sherix television, we get for make an attempt for start a conversation, a series of conversation we get for host Naya, regarding this PR system, wherein we get for talk to experts, then we get for talk to experts on the subject matter. We get for talk to legal minds, people that we are lawyers, then we understand the Constitution, we understand the Public Election Act. We get for talk to them one and they all. But before that, we just want to start a conversation first about this, and then moving forward, we're gonna now bring come to other things them way the other experts that will go bring come to for me then go talk to for clarify some of the seeming issues them way associated with this PR system in the country. And so one for me sit tight as we bring you the program. So we get for now show you waiting happen at the Sierra Leonean Parliament when the Attorney General and Minister of Justice or the Ministry of Justice begin for cargo this very instrument na the well of Parliament for me then go discuss them. That is the PR system. So let's take a look at that. All right. All right, so as we all don't see, it was a very chaotic scene in the Parliament. For let we go see the Parliament where the Ministry of Justice, that's now acting as the Deputy Minister of the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Na incargo the instrument at Parliament, and we see how chaotic it was because the main opposition, the APC, as we always know, we always know, then go again into rampage, then begin for two things in the Parliament, they begin for, the people of Sierra Leone have voted for these people to go to this house for able to represent them in a very good way. Now we all don't see the chaos will happen in the Parliament. Is that how people are supposed to be representing their people? I don't think so. But anyway, Salon people that all don't see this video, who don't just show now, they all don't see I'm the same people that we get for go vote again in the coming election. They don't see this video. And so it is left with them again to see if the kind of people that will they be vote for in the 2018 elections, if now this kind of representation they be want. If then go vote for them again, for me then go back and hip confusion Parliament, hip fed and all that thing and but actually now this nine go on. But then before we even go to for let we continue for talk more about this whole thing, there is another very interesting video where I go on for let we take a look at before we go into the PR system properly. All right, stick around.
The world no dey wait for Sierra Leone. 61 years now we don't waste. Look Singapore, we all be there together 61 years ago. Look South Korea, 61 years ago. We're all together. They also they drive for Fala at the end. They go big to there. They go out and go make one and they can make from we now. But they still don't know how they look because they go down. When they talk, when they ask questions. You get a right. If me I can't afford, I don't do it. You get a right for pull me. Don't ask me, sir. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. But they still no more. People can't laugh. They put small thing out and give you. So that you forget about the future of your community. You begin them when not born yet. They don't want. You forget about their future. Continue for you, but I don't eat the 10,000 or the 10 million you. God, let God thank how we Panamani today. And they bring this message on the 61st anniversary of Sierra Leone, independence anniversary. You are allowed to take back, mind back to life. Say 2023 now a deciding factor for we. 2023 now ain't gonna make or break Sierra Leone. Continue for Deusa with this so. Oh, because we like them people, yeah, God and give small thing, then come back again. Alhamdulillah. No. What a man, I the worker, every step way they take. Let you go before, let you go behind. You know what we don't take 1, 2, 3. You stop, they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They go. You know when they come back? That's what you want for them. If Fusa be left Sierra Leone 2017, now we continue. They could not pass out.
Oh my God, my family. So you see, so this is Samora Kamara now in the talk to in people them. And this now some of the talks in the way in the talk. I mean, I just cannot understand this guy. I mean, for goodness sake, everything where Samora Kamara don't talk and it actually don't make sense to me. But waiting they baffle me more now the fact that I see people that they clap for him where they talk this talk here. Now, if the Sierra Leoneans they know the proper history of Sierra Leone, if Samora Kamara is very cognizant of waiting in the talk boards in comparison to waiting don't happen at Sierra Leone from 1961, where the country get independence, on to this day that I'm talking to you, I do not think that somebody will get the potential for let we country go in hand as a leader, as president, for able to make decisions on behalf of all of us, for say it go talk then kind talk here. Because this kind talk here where Samura don't talk now. So me life and this day me family. This now like a then JSS1, JSS2 talking like this. In the first place, the man they compare Sierra Leone to Singapore, Korea, of course. Which he only talk about that comparison is true. Singapore, then country there, we all get independence at the same time. So he is saying that the country in development has been stagnated and he is trying to cast that blame on the ruling SLPP right now. And not calling him, but we all know that that's in the talk about. But for goodness sake, my family, if you compare the pattern of governance, then two political parties here get, the APC and the SLPP, from 1961 to this day that I'm talking to you, you be the judge and decide between the two political parties there. Whether they take 3 steps forward and whether they take 10 steps backwards. Like I know you see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 backwards. Pardon two political parties, whether they take their steps in there. For every opportunity where Sierra Leoneans don't give the APC for move the country forward, they have always plunged the country backwards. And so, like, waiting they go on at the country now. Me know they talk this because I'm partisan. Waiting they go on at the country now, where people that they complain say, oh, think Changa and all that. This is because of the kind of government where APC left give SLPP. Because no matter how powerful you are, no matter how genuine you are, the kind of government where they inherit, you get for take years for let you able for recover from the problems the way that your predecessor we left give you. And we all know that one day. Right? So Samuel Kamara, first of all, it don't serve as financial secretary at the Ministry of Finance. It don't serve as Minister of Finance. It don't serve as Governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone. These are all key positions. The way you hold them position and they take critical decisions. The way they move the country forward or Ibrahim can be. So from 1961 to 2022 December, they talk today. When you look at the number of years within two political parties that don't in power in that country, SLPP 1961 to 1967, 6 years. The APC take them from 1968, take on to 1992, 24 years. Okay, so let me just look at that. Now within then 2 years, then whether you feel say been get the responsibility for do more for Sierra Leone passing company for them to council no more. So waiting APC left after 24 years, civil war, 50,000 Sierra Leoneans died. 2 million became displaced. Some became refugees in other countries. Would have finished the war, SLPP. Okay? Then by the time when SLPP they hand over the government, give the APC in 2007, the country not begin one debt. The war done. They don't establish government institutions. They don't train new army. They don't train the police. They don't refurbish all the schools there. The country don't become peaceful and calm. Then they take and give APC. What the APC can with? The family. Ebola crisis, where they not manage well, $40 million of the money loss. Okay? Austerity measures, where they not ever able for uphold themselves. In fact, they believe large past where austerity not been there. Prices of commodities go up. Then on top of all that, before then they hand over government in 2018 to SLPP, they left more than 2 billion leones debt by the government. Okay? More than 2 billion leones debt. In fact, before then they go now, they go with Motukagwe, they declare the balance money they're waiting at the bank. So, Samuel Kamara, who are you talking to? So, these are the kind people that way they support you, where you can talk to them, that they clap for you, then can talk their way they talk, when then GSS 1, GSS 2 talk them. Where it don't make no sense. When I lie, everything where you talking about is based on lie, not so true. So this now some of the messages then this way APC then get for the send to people then. For confuse people that again, for lie to people that again, for make them disappoint and deceive them again. So we are going to follow on that and we're going to continue for see what's in the happen. So me from them next, let we now go to this proportional representation. Okay, let's go to the proportional representation and say what to bring about this whole idea of proportional representation. Me from them. Now, because of what APC then do in 2015, now I bring about this proportional representation. Because in 2015, there was a national population and housing census where the APC government conducts under Statistics Sierra Leone, where we be done to run a broadcast on that particular activity there, where we don't show now all the deceptions, the plots, the ploys where the APC government use for maybe inflate numbers then that the northwestern region and that the northwestern region of Sierra Leone, so that it go be of a political advantage to the APC. So to the APC, national population and housing census is not about providing that very honest, critical data we get integrity where government go use for make very critical decisions. We go move the country forward. That is not how they look at national population and housing census. they look at it as an opportunity for them to manufacture political ploys, political plots, political games, so that they go there at the advantage for the next election. That's what they did in 2015. Plenty of we know say most of the people that what they call enumerators, they will go count people there. They're not ever reaching at certain locations there. And the devices that they use not be ever get GPS on and stuff. So somebody go talk say Edena McKinney, but actually they free to they fill out them forms and they with fictitious numbers. And even the one that will conduct the census na statistics Sierra Leone's office at that time, they were all connected with the APC party in one way or the other. Either somebody na been, if they don't vie for position and then constituency, APC constituencies them, or somebody na be chairman of APC na some kind district, or they were all connected. We don't go through that list there. So because of the data we then provide, because of the deception that was in that data cannot be relied on by any government. For all the censuses that we don't do in Sierra Leone from 1903 all the way to that 2015, there had not been a census where don't ever talk say people in Bokuna Northwestern region pass Southeastern region. One day happen. One day, happen. We don't say Northern region or Northwestern region, na a very large, they get a very large area of land. But those areas are sparsely populated because plenty of them people and the way they live now, they're Northern province there or Northern region, they have all migrated to Freetown. Either they're in Freetown or they don't go to the Southeast, that they do business, then they're not more cool way. You go to them villages, then they're Northern region. You don't see people there. Everybody don't come Freetown. Then they go talk to people in Boku they pass. So it was fictitious. It was not true. So because of that, and because of the mandate where the Constitution of Sierra Leone don't give the president, and the Public Elections Act, for that matter, right? The president will get the right for make ego conduct. The Constitution don't talk. The president get right for conduct census at any time where if he say it necessary for conduct that census day, as long as it gets approval from Parliament. So in 2020, the government decided to forget the midterm census. Okay? So that midterm census was conducted the proper way. Of course, we are all sabi malam na policy way it don't deal with man and country when it comes to statistics and census business. Not to man with a joke. And he is even a Limba by tribe. So they're not going to even talk say, now because when I'm Mende man, I make them choose an Limba by tribe. So that is the man who headed the midterm census activities. And at the end of the day, it was professionally done using GPS systems. Then they provide the data, then present them to the people of Sierra Leone and the government. And so at that time, when they present them out to the chairman of the Sierra Leone Electoral Commission, there was not enough time for the Electoral Commission to draw new boundaries them for create new constituencies, new wards, so that they go use them for the 2023 elections. And so if there was no time, and we all know say this is true, if there was no time, then of course the only other option we will get now for use the proportional representation system. The proportional representation system. And so this is what JFK, who is one of the legal luminaries of the APC, and of course Dr. Abdullahi Conte, winner as somebody we will all get high respect for, but he's a core APC man, then the nobody take away from her. This is what they are against, and so they have filed a petition against it. So let us look at that petition where they file against this whole thing. All right, stick around. All right, so this is the petition wouldn't file against the whole thing, JFK and others. Now, the petition now by JFK and partners, right? It say the general public is hereby informed that on today's date of 28 November 2022, an originating notice of motion has been filed with the Supreme Court for a declaration, amongst others, that the directive issued by the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio, to the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone to hold public elections for ordinary members of Parliament by the proportional representation system, where there are extant and subsisting constituencies, is inconsistent with Section 38A of Constitutional Amendment Act number 15 of 2001. It should be recalled that proportional representation is itself a product of its time. It is a fallback position where there are no constituencies or wards for the purposes of public elections in the country. This was the rationale and the prevailing circumstances that warranted and justified the amendment introduced in 2001 as now contained in Section 38A of the Constitution. The country had then just gone through, through a brutal and destabilizing rebel war foisted on the country, which resulted in the destabilization of communities nationwide, apart from the loss of human lives and destruction of property. An immediate effect of such a situation was the absence of settled communities and constituencies. Hence, the justification for the introduction of the proportional representation system. It was then seen as a contingency provision and not intended to be a regular format for public or general elections for Parliament. Okay? Plainly, these conditions do not now prevail in the country, and therefore recourse cannot lawfully and properly be had to such a system in the face of existing constituencies and wards. All right. We no one for read everything because, we don't want to read everything in family. But definitely, this is what it is. All right, so JFK and others, they are making reference to history as a reason why the proportional representation should not be used. Number one, it don't talk say will be only used at a time where constituencies they not been there already. Okay, and secondly, the term will be used war be there at the country, and a lot of property that be done damage will not be get access to all the areas them, so that make will be used. But me no say this man so na lawyer, me not a lawyer, this man a lawyer. But waiting it don't talk about, so it no say waiting make with the people that talk say, okay, with all of these things will don't happen, why should we still have to incorporate it into our constitution? If not to something we would need, we only need them because of that time we don't pass. Because if they look at it, they tell we say that time they will be used that proportional election where matter of fact, let me show you would have been bring that proportional. This is the man, Dr. James Jonah. He was the head of that proportional representation election. Obin gets. So in the tell we say that proportional election Obin gets in 1996, right? JFK is telling us that now be only for that time. So even though they don't include them inside the Constitution, there is no use for it going forward. So to JFK and the APC then just think say proportional election should only be used during a time of crisis. They're not for use at any other time past the crisis. They're not to that the Constitution say. Well, they can't to the Constitution just now. But this now Dr. James Jonah, one of the highly respected Sierra Leoneans, well, advanced, highly educated, I get high respect for this man. I don't know who side this man has today. Who say if I day I go on for Brian Canada the network. Let we talk about this proportional representation. Let it clarify certain things. But just like I would don't say, this is not a series of conversations that we get for take place around this proportional election business here. For let people that know, let the opposition political party APC not continue for confuse people that about this whole system. So I am really, really happy that Dr. Jonah, I don't say again one more time, I get high respect for. And so we can talk about the Constitution itself. All right? And so this is what JFK is saying. Just like I would already under. JFK into him, the idea of proportional representation was used during wartime. We would not be getting access to all parts of the country, and so it was necessary for us to have used that because there were no constituencies and all of that. So we're not for use that any other time. Past we war day or something happened. Me, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but me, I need to be educated on this thing. So I have to bring legal minds for me to tell me what this actually mean, right? But we get with Sierra Leone Constitution, ladies and gentlemen. And we all they read and write. So let us see what the Constitution say about proportional representation. All right, stick around. Okay, so what the Constitution say about proportional representation is clearly here. Section 38A, when in JFK don't quote inside that petition. Section 38A of 1991 Constitution, Sierra Leone Amendment Act number 15 of 2001. It says where, under any law for the time being in force, a date for a general election of members of parliament has been appointed, but constituencies have not been established in accordance with subsection 3 of section 38 for the purposes of such election, the president may, after consultation with the Electoral Commission, direct that such election shall be conducted on the basis of the existing districts in a manner to be known as the district block representation system instead of constituencies. So, me family, I don't know what this man. So, I don't know what this man confused about because what he would already under. They don't talk say if such a time come. Where it be say, we don't need day for let we establish constituent system, but we not get the opportunity for doing because of prevailing circumstances. And then same one when at APC now then they said confusion at Parliament, where then can go then important documents and for me then discuss and pass into bill that they create confusion and they happen that they left for drag until happen. It was the same thing they did with the midterm census report. They not be ever one for accept them. They say confusion throughout the process. To let penalty and drag until the thing came in late. And so by the time then they pass them into law, the Electoral Commission not be get enough time for go draw new boundaries. Because now that the population we then present in 2015 by the National Population and Housing Census don't change during the midterm census report, then the Electoral Commission has to go back now and draw new boundaries then for fit the new population census data. And so since they no be get time, they therefore use the district block system, and the president, in consultation with the Electoral Commission, get the authority for me to authorize the PR system. And that is what is going on. So I don't know what to make way JFK, the quote section 38A of the Constitution, under that Amendment Act of 2001, where it no say, it not applicable in that respect. Because everything what they don't do, then we know for say they were wasting time. We all know from them. We all know for say when that midterm census report began for come out with Malam O and others. In fact, for me they even conduct the midterm census, they be tell the people they say, we are not agreement and continue. We are not agreement and continue. They will tell the people in that one day. And so now when this midterm census don't go on, the report don't come out, they no say the report not they favor them. So now this is another strategy they are coming with. right? Okay, so let's take a look at the other section of the Constitution as well. All right, so the other part of the Constitution, we now the same under that Section 38A of the 1991 Constitution, Sierra Leone Amendment Act number 50 of 2000. It says, in the district block representation system, the elections shall be contested in each specified district by political parties for the block or number of seats in parliament allocated to the district by or under an act of parliament, and the political party shall be allocated seats in parliament by the electoral commission on the basis of their proportional share of the total district votes. Now, my family, this is what the APC is definitely afraid of. Now, this is the afraid because they be feel say they don't play a smart game inside 2015. You know, so now the game just get for unravel in 2023 without even knowing, for say they were just, you know, they were just playing a child's game. Okay, so now the midterm census don't happen. We all know say the midterm census was done professionally. Okay, the reports have come out, and so the report is not in favor of the APC. But I don't know what to make APC that they even doubt this report, because ever in the history of Sierra Leone, they do national population and housing census, there has not been a time where the population of the north and northwestern region of Sierra Leone has ever been more than the population of the southeast. Never. It not ever happened. So what to make una feel say una go change these numbers fictitiously and expect Sierra Leoneans to believe for say what una don't talk na in at the facts, na for happen. You know what I mean? So this is what the problem is. And so now for the proportional election, they know say the amount of votes where a particular constituency or district they get, you know, based on the political party or the candidates and where they run. Now that they determine how many parliamentarians that they go to parliament. And so during the midterm census, if una the APC una be they tell una people and say, una not agreement and country now, we get videos of people like Diana Konomani, where they make video, being that they tell the people that they tell people in Akono say, una not agreement and country now. All over, we get them councillors, the way they in a village, then the way the people then go, they say, we're not agree, men and country now. Anybody who can have for country not agree. So now government's business has to go on. If we not say we're not agree, men and country now, okay, nobody know they beat now, nobody know they do now anything, but the counting has to continue. So now the counting don't continue and the thing don't count. So now they want for twist and the other way. You cannot have your cake and eat it at the same time. So this whole thing, let me also see the other one in family. Section 38A of 1991 Constitution still continues. It says members of parliament for the seat won by a political party in the district shall be determined by the Electoral Commission from a list of the candidates of that political party for the district submitted to the Electoral Commission before the date of the election and showing the order of preference of the candidates. Oh my God. You see, so now this is the thing they are afraid of in this proportional election. Now, before even election take place, the Electoral Commission therefore demand a list from all political parties that based on the districts and the candidates and where they run under that particular political party in that district day for that particular constituency day, according to the preference the way they give them. Whether they number one, whether they number two, whether they number three. So at the end of the day, it is the Electoral Commission who has the responsibility for decide as to would I get the highest vote and would I forgo parliament, would I not forgo. So this arrangement, they don't like it. But we don't have any other option. When I don't let for drag the issue stay about the midterm census report, when I don't drag and back and forth, confusion, now parliament, all of that. it don't lead to the time where the Electoral Commission don't get no more time for go draw new boundaries. And so the president has no alternative but to allow the PR system to operate. And Sierra Leone, we don't do the PR system before. So why would I feel say now we not go do it at this point? No, we can do it at this point. You know? So me fun with them. These are some of the things that we feel say necessary for let bring country now, for let know waiting they go on. So once more, let us show you this. Yeah, so my family, we all don't see. This is what has been the modus operandi of the Sierra Leonean Parliament from the time where Julius Maada Bio came to power in 2018 to this time. Anytime with serious instruments where they affect development of the country, where they can't go to Parliament, and so confusion they happen. We don't see who say police, they don't enter the Parliament. 2 times they don't pull people the way they say confusion day. We don't see the midterm census report where come out and so confusion be did. We don't now see the PR system where the Ministry of Justice where can go na the well of Parliament. This is what happened, and that is what we are seeing. Okay, so it's fine for let we give enough education to people that, especially in the northwestern region of Sierra Leone, about what the PR system is and what to lead with to this PR system. I think so this is some of the communication where either the office of the president or the Ministry of Information and Communication they get for do emphatically. Apart from waiting that they go talk on radio or television, not to all man get access. You actually have to go in the field. That make we say communication is a whole different field on its own. You have to know communication for you to be able to communicate with the people. Not to just because you sabi right, you dey posting in either Facebook or WhatsApp, or you dey go on television or radio station, you dey talk. That does not make you a communicator. Communication is a whole discipline. You have to know it. Because the people there, they will be the clap for Samora Kama. These people are ignorant. We have not been able to inform them emphatically for many to know some of these facts. You know, just the same way like these things happening in Parliament. In fact, and now it is becoming the new normal. That every time there is a serious debate in Parliament, there has to be confusion. People then go flex, they begin for to wait things them in the house, in the people's house. So we have to do a better job at communication. You know, that one day we don't need for hide them. It is the truth. The government in power right now has done so much from 2018 to 2022, but only a little is known. So it has to deal with communication. But anyway, let we see waiting at this PR system, you know, really properly explain, you know, in an explainer form. You know, we save na Sherix now, they try for put into a real explanation, you know, inside Creole for little people that know, you know, how it is, you know, with diagrams, you know, but stick around.
How proportional representation works. Proportional representation is a way of counting votes in an election when there is more than one candidate to be elected. The principle of proportional representation is that candidates are elected in proportion to their support from voters. In Victoria, we have proportional representation to elect members of the state's upper house and many local councils. How do you vote? You rank the candidates in the order you decide. Your preferences are vital in deciding who gets elected. To be elected, a candidate needs to get a proportion of votes, called the quota. The quota varies according to the number of candidates to be elected. As an example, with 3 candidates to be elected and 140 votes, the quota is 36 votes. Here are the first preference votes for the 6 candidates. Belinda has more votes than the quota and is elected. Belinda's surplus votes, the 12 votes over the quota, are distributed to the other candidates according to voters' preferences. Belinda's surplus votes don't lead to any other candidate reaching a quota. When you run out of surpluses, the candidate who now has the fewest votes, Emma, is excluded. And the votes for Emma go to the remaining candidates according to the voters' preferences. This continues until all the places for that electorate are filled. Remember, with proportional representation, your preferences really count. For further information, visit vec.vic.gov.au or call 131 833.
Yes, I'm very sorry about that. The microphone was off as I be talk to that, but what we tried for say was that the PR system definitely now will get for use in June of 2023. It don't let far the president don't announce the date for the next election for the first time in the history of the country. It left 1 year, president don't announce. But all of these things have been happening as a result of the fact that we don't receive a lot of delays in the parliament. Of course, the opposition has always been, in opposing things violently. They never allow the due process to take place in the parliament. And so then delays, then they always be done to go on. I don't lead to this alternative. I mean, can you imagine if we not get an alternative electoral system that the country, the whole election of don't take place? And that is what the opposition wanted. And so it was good that this PR system was incorporated into our constitution. And so if we cannot have the regular election, then of course there is a PR system that we can use. And so that is what is going to be used, right? So this is just the beginning of this conversation. The conversation has to continue. We are going to bring in legal luminaries. We are going to bring in, the Ministry of Justice. We are going to bring in experts on this subject matter. We are going to bring in the Electoral Commission. We are going to talk to people for they were able for really explain or deal with this issue, digest them very well, for they were able for detail them so that people are able for know exactly what's in this PR system. All right? And so, my family, on behalf of Sherix Television, Mina Ibrahim Sharif, I want to tell you plenty thank you for your time and for everything. Thank you very much. All right? When the talk says Sierra Leone, Bank of Sierra Leone gets reserve. Number one, that reserve they not even there in the country. They are different banks there all over the world. Citizens of Sierra Leone deserve the right to know how many people they weigh statistics Sierra Leone counts when are 18 years and above were eligible to vote in Sierra Leone. And so, talking about you as a person, as a leader in that ministry, plenty of people they maintain this idea about you for say, you na person were very argumentative, you feisty, you arrogant, and most of all they say you did vex too much. Per most of the platform they will say you don't appear, people they see you they talk with vengeance. But today feel like today now you most relaxing interview days. So what thing you go tell people the way we don't maintain that idea about you? Yeah, Mr. Cameron, but plenty of people that when they talk around, when Sierra Leoneans around the globe, they talk about how much money where the APC government don't spend per in your political party buildings then within the north and western area. That they talk about the budget number where they make for the convention where they get a McKinney, they say now be about 3.5 billion with a B, Leone.